3, going through my blog post on whether or not capitalism will collapse. I think it will. In the first 2 parts, I went over the 4 reasons why I believe capitalism will collapse. I'm going to now talk through how we can make this better, because what the capitalists have convinced everyone via conservative propaganda is that any attempt to change, overhaul, abolish capitalism means that you're going to be put into a communist dictatorship. I did put out a call to action asking those people to give me one talking point against communism that isn't currently happening right now under capitalism. All these horrible things, they'll own everything, you'll own nothing. Look around. That is what is actually happening now. This isn't some boogeyman that's coming in. That is what has happened, and they've convinced you otherwise. So yeah, put those in the comments if you like. But now, sorry, this was supposed to be the uplifting post. So there are certain things in our system that work. If you take out greed and inequality, what we're left with is the framework that we need to survive as humanity. So it's important that we shift towards more sustainable and responsible production and consumption patterns in order to create a more sustainable economic system. For one, let's implement progressive taxation. Let's make the billionaires actually pay their fair share. Let's make corporations pay their fair share. Whenever people talk about lowering taxes for people, like, the amount of income tax that they'll get from us is nothing compared to what they would get if they actually taxed the elite level, which is for some reason not done under our current system. We need to strengthen our labor protections. There is a whole lot of union busting going around. There are a lot of strikes happening, and I do see a lot more support for workers than I have previously, which is a good indicator that people are ready to actually support workers, because ultimately you are one too. I think that the union protections should be provided to everybody working in a country. And we need to be investing in public services. Our public dollars should not be going to private corporations. Whenever public dollars go to corporations, it implies that trickle-down economics works, that giving this money to this corporation is going to help the people. And we know that doesn't work. Corporations need to be regulated. They need to have their profits capped. They need to have higher taxation. They need to not be able to take government funds. At the very least, the government needs to acknowledge that this is a problem, because neither the Liberals or Conservatives are going against it. Doesn't matter how much Pierre Poilievre criticizes Justin Trudeau for all the problems that corporations are causing. Justin Trudeau is not turning around and saying, hey, it's not me, it's the corporations. Why is that? Just keep going at each other, almost like by design, right? UBI, I think it could work. There's been a lot of studies on how UBI would benefit everybody, and people think that it's a bad thing. Of course they do, but I think it could really help. So look into it. If you go to this actual blog post on my website, you can read it in detail, and you can click into all these links if you want to learn more about this stuff. And we also need to be promoting worker ownership in business structures such as co-ops, so that you are contributing to a business and helping produce something, but you also get to enjoy the fruits of that labor and you have ownership. I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. So let me know if I miss anything. What else can we do to eat the rich?